Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
The show is about to start.
Roger, we have liftoff.
In 3, 2, 1. Dr. MacDo, what have you found?
Captain, I have discovered a new variant.
You know what we have to do.
Damn it, Jim. No one can save us now.
Mac, what's it called?
Jim, I call it Acastus.
The Argonaut. There are only 2 that can save us now. Activate the circuit breaker, Mac.
Commencing lockdown, Commander. Contacting our source.
DK, Big B, the world needs your help. God help us, lads. We are taking the mick.
Let the shenanigans begin, boys. The world needs you more than ever now.
Cave Radio pre-show, ladies and gentlemen. Live show beginning in about 8 minutes. My name is DK. With me is Big B and Scotty and Chair as we prepare. I just want to report that I think I got a little bit of that shit that you got last week. We'll talk more about that later, but I got about a foot of snow here. Not supposed to happen.
We got rain all day yesterday, all day today. And then now it's like hovering around freezing. So it's like kind of going back and forth between rain and freezing rain and sleet and all that awfulness.
What is Pittsburgh's weather?
We had rain and then it turned to sleet and then it turned to snow.
See, so he's somewhere in the middle. It's kind of like the 3 bears, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm having word that we're getting out of this, and it's fucking cold here, and I am sick of it. I am absolutely sick of it. I want spring. I want barbecues. I want gazebos. I want smoking meat, and I want things to get back to warm weather.
Oh, and it's still snowing here.
You keep it.
Over the past couple of days here, it was actually in the 50s. So it felt like spring, but the rain was here with us. So all of that snow that we got last weekend pretty much is gone. But now, like I said, it's hovering around freezing, and overnight it's going to drop, and we're going to be back in the teens.
You'll have
over the next few days.
You'll have a skating rink in your driveway.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, go to hell, Mother Nature. Go to hell.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Yes, of course.
So yesterday I needed beer. I was out of beer. I ran out of beer after last week's show. So I ordered from Drizzly. We've discussed Drizzly before.
Yes.
So I ordered beer from Drizzly, and the guy came and brought it in a case. I didn't order a full case, but he brought it in the case box. And I bring it down in here. I open it up, and there's a giant bag of probably the worst potato chips I could possibly imagine in there that I never ordered.
It was like a bonus.
I guess. I don't know. It was, unless he mistakenly, it was for somebody else, but I don't know.
Well, were you like, but the beer was correct?
No, the beer was correct. Yes.
Why did you not want a case?
Because I'm not ordering through Drizzly. It's like you're ordering from a bodega or a corner store. It's not like you're ordering from a beer distributor. So I don't know how much is there, how much they have in stock. You're just kind of assuming. So what I drink is the 16-ounce Grolsch, and they come in 4-packs. So I said, all right, give me 4 4-packs. And it's not a full case, but whatever.
Yeah.
So
And
So
you get a bonus pay. Maybe it was what's her name from Dubai,
Jane from Mumbai.
Kim or whatever. I don't remember. It's so long ago now.
So I pull out the bag of potato chips and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, chips. I look at it and the flavor. I know I haven't tried these yet. I'm afraid to because it sounds fucking disgusting. But the flavor of the chips is Southern Peach Habanero.
Oh, you cannot have sugar or anything sweet on potato chips.
I can't possibly imagine these chips being any good.
No, but you should try one on air later. But it's like popcorn, right? Like I do enjoy popcorn once in a while, watching a movie or a game or something. And my wife sometimes gets this. She's got it up there now from Costco. This caramel covered popcorn with like M&Ms in it or something. It's disgusting. I like salted butter popcorn.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Yeah.
I have nothing against a good, caramel peanut brittle or something like that, but that's not what popcorn is. I can't wait. You have to try one of these chips. I tried that shit that Stu sent me. The plain chip where you got to add your own salt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck those good. Those were disgusting.
I actually didn't mind those. I honestly didn't. And adding the salt and shaking the bag up was like a bonus because it was something to do while you're eating the chips. Salt and shake. There you go. Short side right on the ball. Salt and shake.
Yeah. Maybe I did it wrong. I tasted the chip and it was like even the chip itself without salt had no flavor. There's something about I don't know how they make chips, but they fry them in grease and then they're when you make fries, as soon as you take them out, you salt them,
right?
You shake it and you let it sit, right?
Right.
So it didn't work for me.
I didn't mind them, but there is no and the bag is upstairs. I don't know. I don't even know where it is right now. There's no way I'm eating a Southern Peach Habanero potato chip. That sounds fucking awful.
Maybe next week. You got to try it. Just have some peanut butter whiskey or something to wash it down with.
Oh my God.
We may send those to next year's contestants of the Choo Choo Stew Memorial Mania.
We may we may have to
and have like an eating contest. Who can eat the most?
That's gross.
25 seconds or something. I mean, that's a year away. So make sure you save the label, take a picture, something.
I will after the show. We go back upstairs. I will take a picture of the bag and post it.
Even better than that, though, I've read some people online that you can buy these really hot. I don't know if they're potato chips or what they are, but like really, really scorching Scoville hot. And like every time you get a wrong answer or something, they could eat. Maybe we could do that for the final of the Big B, believe it or what.
With me involved, if I get something wrong, I got to eat that? No, I don't think so.
You love to see people suffer. You're like me, but you don't want to do it yourself.
I'm a host of the show. That's the whole point. Me and you don't have to suffer.
Exactly.
Everybody else does.
Right.
Just come up with the ideas. My favorite part of last year was Jason Scott drinking mustard. He was a good sport. All right, folks, we're going to launch in just a second. We got to change a few things and we'll be live with you and we'll get the show underway. We got a major Believe It or What announcement. We've got some great news stories this week. Mike reads the news. He'll be back again. And of course, Scotty and Chair, major announcements. So just stand by for a minute while we fix everything up here and hide things. And here we go. The show is about to go live. I just got to turn on the radio. Oh, we are live on TalkShoe, by the way, this week.
Nice.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
The show is about to start.
Roger, we have liftoff.
In 3, 2, 1. More laughs. More hot topics. More weird news.
Check it out.
More surprises than ever. It's Cave Crew Double 2. Only on cavecrewradio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back upon men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of big men.
I mean, that's sad to do that. Yes, you want to get into, which I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gonna go to a place where I get a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Craven, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power play goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Indeed, it is Cave Crew Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I can see the audience slowly grows as we skip the pre-show. You guys are on to us now. Anyway, my name is DK. I am live from my polar cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We are live on Facebook. We are live on TalkShoe tonight on TalkShoe Live Radio. We are live on YouTube. We are live. Where else are we live? CaveCrewRadio.com, of course. Sorry, I was reading the comments. I'm going to answer in a minute. And yeah, we're in the middle of a polar vortex here. Hey, DK. Ian says he loves your Shure SM7B mic. Ian, you are a connoisseur. And if you're into this kind of stuff, I just happen to have an ATR 2100 lying around that I'm not using. Ian is a great kid. He's healing from a ankle injury that he suffered in hockey, but he's getting better. I saw him on Wednesday night, and it was great to see him. Thanks for coming in. Plug your ears. I don't think you're 18 yet. Anyway, joining me, as always, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. We got lots of good stories and some major announcements. But joining me, as always, the gentleman who was knighted by the Queen of England herself. He is the head judge and magistrate of Ncaa. He is the self-proclaimed president of the United States. And as always, the epicenter of something. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am Sir Big B, your president-elect of the United States of America. And as always, the epicenter of something. Before I get to the epicenter, I have a question for Ian, since he is a connoisseur of microphones, it seems. Do you know what this is? That's my question to you.
I don't know if he's old enough to know what that is. It is a very expensive microphone.
And it is in the same family as your microphone. So I'm just curious if he knows what this microphone is.
Okay, we'll find out.
As always, the epicenter of something this week, me and my family are the epicenter of the yellow phlegm flu, as you call it.
Not me. That's what fucking Choo Choo calls it.
What do you call it?
It's not COVID.
No,
this
it's not.
Is what we say when we need to miss time. When we need an excuse to miss time, Choo Choo Stew says it is not COVID. It is the yellow phlegm flu.
That's what is going on in my family this week. We are the epicenter of the yellow phlegm flu. It started with my older son last week with a cold. My younger son this week, I had to take him to the doctor yesterday. I'm feeling it today in my chest. I got a massive headache and I just want to sleep. My wife has been sneezing and coughing. It's a good time here in this house. And my older son I did a rapid test on my older son with the home kit. My younger son had a test yesterday at the doctor's office, all COVID negative. We just have the yellow phlegm flu.
So basically, COVID came over on like the Concorde from Europe and Asia and spread quickly and caused a pandemic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are the first to warn you that the yellow phlegm flu has arrived to the United States via virtual Hindenburg.
That's right, and I implore the CDC to look into this and see how much it is spreading.
I feel terribly about mocking Stu now because you know him. It's February. He hasn't been to work 2 days. He tested positive with Omicron. He says he's fine. He doesn't feel a thing. He's going everywhere. And anyway, I always thought the yellow phlegm flu was a concoction of like allergies or something like that. I do apologize. Commonly known as gobsnot.
Gobsnot.
There's somebody writing that down.
I hold while I write things down.
Yep, absolutely.
He says it's hard to see, but he thinks it's a natty SCM 1000. Now, hang on. Let me give him a chance if I put it on solo. By the way, folks, that was what Big B just removed is a Cape Crew Radio collectible mask from Lockdown 2020. Here we are in 22. Not much has changed. You can order that if you want to. So let's give him a chance before you give it away. Or was he right?
He was not right.
Okay, so we'll give you a second chance. We're going to give you a lifeline. Anyway, bring in our I don't even recognize this guy aside from the orange from prison.
It's not orange, it's red.
Okay. Anyway, Big B, your job.
I have to figure out a nice segue to bring him in. I had a nice one with Stu because it's London Calling, the song. There's nothing for Pittsburgh. There's no good song for Pittsburgh that we could bring in. So I'm just going to say, live from the Steel City, the only two-time loser in the Believe It or What tournament, Scotty and Chair.
And listen, before you speak, Scotty, you also have to announce he's in a group home, and also that, and we hope to hear some audio from the group home. But he is also, and I'm sure I don't care if we do this for 15 years. He is the only person that has competed in any trivia contest anywhere in the world lying down.
Right.
That is true.
What did we say? It was vertically or horizontally challenged or something like that?
Vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged.
You clean up very nice, Scotty.
Why, thank you.
Hair's still a little greasy, but other than that,
yeah, it needs to be cut really badly.
You look about 9 months younger.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you look
9 whole months, huh?
Yeah. Have you been carded at the ice cream shop?
Not recently.
No. Okay.
No.
So how are things with you, Scotty? Do I need a major Scotty announcement before you begin?
Well, hello DK and hello Big B. It's great to see you guys. I've been waiting for this for the whole week. This is my highlight of my weekend. So
excellent.
We've been enjoying like sun or rain and snow, and I think it's still snowing right now.
How did you almost say sun? That is,
it was sunny earlier this week, and then it went to rain, and then it went to hell. So.
Well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so sun should have been the furthest thing out of your brain.
It was not, apparently. So anyway, so now it's snowing. Yeah, it's snowing still. So anyway,
before we go to your major announcement, is it calm and quiet at the group home right now?
It is calm and quiet at the group home. I was approached by one of my housemates, and he gave me some clothes, which was kind of weird.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna see anybody come through the door or anything tonight.
No.
Okay. Really quick before you go, this is the last guest, BB. I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what it is either. It's not a Telefunken microphone. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. But this microphone, in the same family as DK's, it's also a Shure microphone. It is a Shure KSM44.
Yes. Excellent radio quality microphone.
Those are really nice.
And I don't know, short side. There won't be any orgies here. But I can't skip, and obviously with Big B with the yellow phlegm flu, there'll be no orgies in New York. So we're slowly riding on Pittsburgh, and
tonight.
The show has just begun, though, Scotty. Those people could go on.
You never know; they come and go all the time. So we could have Armageddon here shortly.
Yeah, they should be on meth and lose their mind in no time. So stay tuned, short side.
Right.
Anyway, here we go.
And now, another Scotty and Chair. Major announcements. Go ahead if you must.
All right, Scotty, throw it at us. What the hell do you have going? By the way, for anyone listening, you ever need anyone to talk to, you just need an inanimate object. Scotty has a card chair as his best friend, and they have great adventures together. What is going on with you and Chair this week?
On Scotty and Chair, the Facebook page, I got him upset at me. I got Chair upset at me, actually. I posted 3 pictures. They all have captions. Basically, I have put a bunch of stuff on him, like my jacket, some gloves, some odds and ends on Chair. And Chair piped up and said, I'm not happy with you and you need to move your stuff. And then I told Chair, I said, I'll do it after I go cook dinner real quick because I needed food. I come back and
what exactly were you cooking in? The kettle or the
No, we have a microwave downstairs, so I was doing some microwave food.
Communal microwave. I didn't know that. Okay.
And then I come back upstairs. The towel is draped around Chair, and all the stuff that was on top of Chair is now on the floor.
So, okay. So Chair is becoming animated. Exactly how does Chair communicate to you?
If you look at the pictures, there's a little posting above Chair's head.
Chair has a head. So, like, does it come through like in telepathic waves? Like you're...
No, it's actually a piece of paper that's been written on.
Chair can write.
Yes, Chair can psychically write on paper.
Okay. You know, of course, how Big B and I feel about the supernatural. We've debunked several on the show. So forgive my skepticalness.
You can believe whatever you want. I was kind of surprised when I came back and Jared written me another one of, don't do this again or else.
Until the chair I'm sitting on, like, literally makes me levitate. I'm not going to believe it. I've told you this before. And Big B, you know how I feel. They always have those green cameras and, oh, look at that. And Listen to this EVP. Like, why does it happen in the daylight? Like, why does the ghost come right now and slap me in the face? Like, I mean, if you really want to be noticed, you wouldn't make it so in between the lines.
I love when you have to listen to that playback and like, okay, like you said, it's and all of a sudden somebody will pipe up. Did you hear that? No, yeah. I didn't. There was nothing there. Stop it.
Yeah. It was this show, and it was several years ago. Remember we played those ones that woman had, right? It was like, she said, I'm coming to welcome you. Okay, let's listen to it again. Girl. It sounds like my stomach when I haven't eaten in fucking 24 hours. Like, you need more proof, and not like those great. And they are on national cable television, Big B, just like your Highway 401 Rescue and Deadliest Catch and Homes on Homes and you know all the shows that are actually real, whether you like them or not. They actually have these shows, and I've turned them on before. And who's that guy, Zach Bagans or whatever his name is, and those green lights, like in like Predator versus Terminator or whatever it was, and look, there's a figure. No, it's the light on the top of your camera,
right?
Just like an orb. It's fucking dust.
You would think that we are so far advanced technologically. You would think there would be so much proof of all of these things, whether it be like, you know, Bigfoot and our Bigfoot guy that we should absolutely have back on the show. You know, the Loch Ness monster.
Really quick, because I don't think any of these folks were around. How we had the Bigfoot guy on, and we asked intelligent questions about Bigfoot, not trying to debunk anything. And he told us we were insulting his church members because we were talking about Bigfoot.
He's the
Bigfoot guy.
he was like the Bigfoot hunter or whatever the fuck he claimed to be. And I again, not making fun of him, I asked the legitimate question of what I had just said. We are so far advanced technologically. Why are there not all of these pictures of Bigfoot much better than what we saw of those Polaroids in the 70s?
Oh, and the Leonard Nimoy specials. Yeah. Those were great shows, by the way.
Right. Mm-hmm. But how come there are almost no pictures anymore of this, and we were insulting him? Because, you know, that question was asked.
And again, and I'm sure, you know, both of you, we're inviting you to be on a show. Someone asked me to be on a show. I say, sure. I listen to what their show's about. Do I need to speak intelligently and cleanly, or can I actually be in character? So invited this guy. Actually, he replied to an ad to come on to a Halloween show as a Bigfoot expert and videographer and author and whatever the hell he was. Would you not watch the show? He literally told us, I have invited my church to watch your show and I'm going to be excommunicated. I never once in any correspondence told you that we are politically correct for the frickin' Eucharist. I'm sad to miss the rest of the show, but Scotty's shaven face is creepy.
It is creepy.
Romantic.
Honestly, it is creepy.
Just listen to the audio.
There you go.
Turn your monitor off. You can still listen.
Just minimize the screen, and you can still hear the audio.
There you go. But yeah, none of that. You know, it's and that just proves how god awful and false all of this stuff is. because when asked legitimate questions, not in a angry or confrontational manner, you can't answer.
Just like so often we've had like the psychic readers and the dream readers and various things on. And I know we joke around with Choo Choo Stu doing his tarot cards. I don't know if he believes it or not. But I see the color blue. Or behind you, Big B, I see a man. And of course, they're going to dig deep and try and get you to cough up information.
And that's how they do it. They'll just throw some random shit out there that is a general statement they've learned along the, as they're doing all these things. They've learned what are the easiest, basic, general statements that make people think of something.
Right.
And it's the easiest thing is to throw out a color. Everybody has associations with almost every color of the rainbow spectrum of something or other. So if you say, I see the color blue, oh yeah, that was whatever. And then they key off that and keep working at it. And you're feeding them all the information.
Yes.
And all they do is spit it back to you.
Oh my God, my dead parent is here. And then you just want it. You just internally, you want it so bad.
You're right.
Make you believe it. Short Size says, I find it alluring. What's wrong with it? I think we should show 2 pictures of Scotty on the Cave Crew Radio Facebook page, which, by the way, was at 1,003 last time I checked. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And see whether we like the beard or without the beard.
Are we going to is this going to be a Cave Crew dating game?
A dating game poll, yeah.
Oh, no.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
Valentine's Day is right around it would be great to do like I don't know if we can pull this off in time, but it would be great to have a 3 people not on screen, but we could hear their audio and ask Scotty questions and set up. Scotty could pick his one of 3 and perhaps go on a date. We need 3 females or transvestite and 2 females, whatever. And
okay.
And we could set up a date. We got to work on this. I don't think it's happen by Valentine's Day.
They'd all have to be in Pittsburgh.
Well, they got to be close enough so Scotty can date them, and he carries a chair everywhere with him and takes public transit.
Yeah, I have to have my chair, and I have to have a bus pass, or I have to have money so I can take the bus. Unless you guys
now there's a romantic date, taking you on the bus with his bus pass. That's great. We're gonna go to the cinema, and I have my bus pass for you.
Yeah, and I got my food card, so we're gonna have to go to Kroger. I can't afford a proper meal.
But you'll always have a place to sit because I carry around this chair with me everywhere.
Yes, and then
and I'm of that age where I can get into a movie cheaper.
That's true. You do. You look like you could get a deal on the theater. So, folks, stay tuned. I just had another brilliant idea. And it's going to take some planning. I think we can pull this off. And one lucky young lady in Pittsburgh will have a date with Scotty and the chair. You have to bring the chair. You have to set the chair up beside your chair in the restaurant. We'll do some fundraising. We'll make sure you're ready. You're going to have roses for this lady. You're going to take an Uber to the restaurant, and you're going to take her at least to a Denny's at worst.
I think we can manage that. Just to finish off the conversation about Chair being upset at me.
Oh, yes.
The last posting was, I did apologize to Chair. It says, apology accepted. Have fun on your wait. Our show, Cave Crew Radio.
Excellent. And of course, Chair, you are a very important part of this. You got Scotty the gig. So we can't forget about Chair.
No, not at all.
All right. A major, believe it or what, announcement Let me cue it up.
Welcome to Big B's Believe It or What Challenge Tournament.
We have reached the final 4 participants.
Ncaa, Amanda, Jason Scott, and Dr. Mike Devine. Now, it is a matter of survival. The only question is, are you ready to believe it or what?
Oh, what? Ladies and gentlemen, Friday, February 25th. That's what, 2 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
We will be down to, we will have our first finalist to see who will face Big B inevitably in that ultimate challenge. And if you've been following, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Scott, he won a long time ago. He actually beat Scotty while he was vertically challenged. And Dr. Mike Devine, who many fondly call now Mike Denver, defeated my wife.
Very soundly, I might add. It was 5-2.
She was not on her game at all. So, anyway, we wanted to tell you first on the show. We will, of course, put it on our social media and whatnot. But, 2 weeks. The first semifinal match. And remember, there are only 2 lifelines, not 3.
Do we know what the 2 are yet?
Well, obviously, I think we got to get rid of push the question.
Nobody. Only one person used it, and that was your wife, and she lost because of it.
Catastrophe. I thought when I designed it that it could have been used strategically early in a game to give you an advantage, but none of our contestants caught on to that.
Yeah, nobody used it. I thought about it, but then I was like, nope.
No, it blew up right in Nisbea's face, and she lost right after she used it. So there you go, kids. February 25th, we're down to 4. Amanda and Ncaa are the other 2. But our first round will be Dr. Mike Devine and Jason Scott. And we really need to get Dr. Mike Devine on to ask Scotty more questions about the chair outside of the game.
Now, am I going to be in the wings just in case one of them doesn't show up, or is this confirmed?
Well, I mean, there's lots of people that have been eliminated now, so that's something we're going to. But Dr. Mike Devine didn't answer right away in the first. He was right there. Sorry, I'm on a ski slope. Make it the 25th. And Jason was like, any of those dates are good for me. So I honestly can't see it happening, but I guess we'll have to have a safety net just in case.
I find it. I'm fairly confident that both matches, all contestants will show up.
Yeah, I would think at this point you've had a taste of your medicine. You know what's going on, and you're close now. You can't quite see it, but you can smell it.
It's there. It's
getting there. It's getting very close to that golden opportunity to beat you. And at the time you play, you will have probably not have participated in a Believe It or What in over a year. And I question how sharp you're going to be running into that final. We may have to do like a little bit of a rocky challenge for you in the weeks leading up and have little mini Believe It's or What's with Scotty.
Well, let's keep in mind that every one of these matchups, I was a lifeline. So I had to listen to every question, process the answers. So it's not like I'm out of practice. I did have to sit there and figure these things out just in case it came to me.
You've been present for everyone. So
yeah, and he's been right several times. So I would think that he has, he's got a lot of knowledge in there and he's going to be able to use it.
He's a very good Believe It or What player. That's why we came up with this tournament. And hopefully no yellow flu or anything like that. And anyway, that's something you have to look forward to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've waited long enough. Should we zip over to Mike, give ourselves a quick break before we
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of good things coming up, so stay with us. We have some fantastic news stories that Big B has got for us. We also have to review the Flamethrower that we talked about last week, so you're not going to want to miss that. And we have video. But first, let's bring up our good friend Mike Jolitz, and let's give Mike the floor as Mike reads the news.
Hey guys, welcome back. Alrighty guys, yes, welcome back to the Mike Jolitz Show. I am Mike Jolitz, Guten Tag, and Konnichiwa, bitches. How the hell are you guys? I know it's been a while since I've done one this way, but changed up a smidge. Who knows? Couldn't hurt, I guess. But anyway, yeah, guys, here we are, and now it is time for the news. Old-ass singer Joni Mitchell has joined old man Neil Young in pulling her music from Spotify. Yeah, that'll hurt him. Fight the power. Tom Brady announced his retirement from football. He lasted 22 years, and yeah, he is the GOAT. You can suck it if you think different. An online petition to put Travis Scott back as the headliner for Coachella 2022 has been removed from change.com. I don't know who that is, and never heard a song by him. Seems someone named D's Nuts signed about 10,000 times. Stormy Daniels apologized and took credit for the latest nor'easter that dumped 2 feet of snow last weekend. She said she queefed outside for about a minute on Wednesday, and bam, nor'easter was born. Every year it happens that way. Howard Hessman, who played Johnny Fever on WKRP in Cincinnati, died this week. I like that show. He was 81. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow. So that means 6 more weeks of winter. Sorry, everyone.
Hashtag living in Arizona. Hashtag not cold.
And finally in the news, the Super Bowl matchup is set. The Bengals are playing the 49ers. It's the first time that Bengals have been in the Super Bowl since 1989. I'm rooting for the Bengals, but the Niners are probably going to win. Alrighty, guys. It is now time for some tidbits. Yeah. In NCAA news, the Marquette Golden Eagles basketball team beat Villanova by 10 points on Wednesday night. Oh, yeah. The U.S. men's soccer team beat Honduras in Minnesota. They still have a chance to make the World Cup. Whatever. Oh, yeah. The Chicago Bears named Bozo the Clown as their new head coach. Yeah. And finally, in the tidbits, I may have forgotten to mention this, I'm not sure, but comedian Louis Anderson died 2 weeks ago. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it for the news. It does it for the tidbits. That does it for the Mike Jolitz Show this week, this month, this year. Who knows? But if you guys want to get me on the Twitter, if you want to get me on the emails, or you can call me voicemail at 57. Alrighty, guys. Tschüss, ciao, and Vader saying bye-bye.
And if you're wondering why it's a little different, it's because he released it as a podcast again. So maybe he's getting the fever back.
He did. I saw that. I think it was today or yesterday that he was released. So I'm excited that he's putting it. At least this one, he put it back out on podcast.
Don't forget to email him at. Great guy. We love him. Helps us out. Gives us a little break for a few minutes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to cue things up myself, and I'm sure Big B does as well.
Yep.
But I need the order. There we go. All right. Let me switch over here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're kind of like a, you know what we are. Anyway, cue it away. Here we go. One. Oh, that's it.
Now it's time for the news with our senior correspondent, the Big B.
The first story of the night comes from the very liberal, left-leaning shit-ragged Vice. Vice News headline reads, QAnon sex trafficking conspiracies have shut down a Texas butterfly center. A QAnon conspiracy theory that a butterfly sanctuary on the southern border of the U.S. is being used for sex trafficking has led to the center closing due to credible threats against its staff. The National Butterfly Center in Mission, Texas, is situated on the Rio Grande River, less than half a mile from the U.S.-Mexico border, and has long been the focus of intense and completely baseless conspiracy theories pushed by the QAnon community.
Bless them.
On Thursday, those theories became real-world threats, and the center announced it was closing its doors for the weekend because of a MAGA-style conference taking place 8 miles away in McAllen, Texas.
All about this sex trading butterfly place.
I'm curious how a conference 8 miles away is an immediate threat to you, but that's...
Well, wait a minute, though. Let's put this into perspective a little bit for us and the listeners. It's a butterfly place.
Yes.
Probably people that are, that have gone down there to retire. I can see, women and men in their 70s, 80s, and 90s with nets over their heads and waving their fucking butterfly catchers around. And, a common mosquito would be a threat to them.
Well, yes. But, I think they went a little bit overboard. Although I will say QAnon is completely a crazy off the rocker conspiracy theory group that unfortunately a couple of friends of mine are like really heavily into.
Oh, no.
It's awful.
Can we get them on the show?
No, we can't.
Scotty, are you a member of the QAnon group?
No.
No, okay.
No.
This is the same group, by the way, that said Wayfair was trafficking children in fucking bedroom dressers. Right. You could buy a bedroom dresser with a child in it, and it will be shipped to you.
Why did we never cover that story?
Because it was really, really quick. There was an error on a Wayfair website for one specific piece of furniture that became like $3,000, whatever it was, when it was like a $300 piece, and they made an error in pricing. But QAnon said immediately they're trafficking children in it, so you could buy the dresser, and then if you open the drawer, there's a child in it.
It's like a Cabbage Patch doll. It's beautiful.
Like the child would survive in the drawer, in a box, on a UPS truck for 3 days, and they would be fine.
And well, where's Wayfair? If this is coming from China, you're looking at 6 months.
Wayfair is like there's no store. It's like an Amazon type thing. So it's like a warehouse place.
But I mean, and then as you open the drawer, you don't know which child you're going to get. You open it up, you name it, and you register it online.
Right. Yes. Much like you said, like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Completely legitimate.
Yes. So these are the people that say that the National Butterfly Association is trafficking children. They think everything is sex trafficking. And their big thing was that Trump, while he was president, was going to stop the global sex trafficking and out all these, secret society, big corporation heads, members, that they were all trafficking children.
This, and by the way, Shorts, I don't know. Big B is the expert on this. If you order 4 drawers, if you get quadruplets. So this is bigger than Epstein Island.
Well, it all ties in. It was QAnon really took hold of the Epstein Island and the plane. I forget the name that they called the plane, but I
don't know.
It was because that was legitimately almost like child sex trafficking because of what went on that island. But right. they zeroed in on that, and it went everywhere.
Okay. But based upon this raft, and I hang on if we can see where that arrow is pointing, something green. They believe that sex trafficking is going on.
Yes, garbage. They based upon garbage, they think sex trafficking is going on.
And,
now, as much as I hate the left and I rail against the left as much as I can, this is a far right conspiracy theory that is completely nuts and completely bullshit, and they're all fucking crazies.
Right, and there's always extremes at both ends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the magnetic field of the left seems to be a lot stronger,
right,
for the majority of people.
Right, but this is a far right group that is completely off their rocker, and they just make shit up, and none of it and the best part of it is because, like I said, a couple of friends of mine are like heavily follow this, and they'll post like when Trump was president, if he does this, that's a sign, and things are going to happen. And there was that John F. Kennedy Jr. wasn't dead, and Trump was going to bring him out as his vice president candidate. Somebody else was coming back to life through a national convention in Texas. It was this whole thing that was completely stupid. And when things don't happen, they just push the date back further. They push the goalpost back further.
Is Benny Hinn involved in this at all?
I don't know who that is.
He's that preacher that takes the disease out of you.
He may be. He may be. I have no idea.
Anyway, what does Short Size say now? He says, it went everywhere. I think that was the ethos with that island. So he's blaming the island. The island is the cause.
Well, that was like one of the linchpins of QAnon's whole conspiracy theory. The basis of their conspiracy theory was Epstein Island, and then every global company across America was involved in sex trafficking. I don't know. I don't know who makes this up and why people follow it. I have no fucking idea.
I don't get it either. So anyway, our next story is kind of a cute one, Mayu. I
have to get to it. Hold on.
That's no problem. I can read the headline if you want.
I have to find it.
Mississippi woman charged after jail receives forged fax ordering the release of her incarcerated boyfriend.
Is this it? Yes, there it is.
This is cute. And who sends fax anymore?
Well, it was probably like written in crayon on a piece of paper. He should be free. Yeah.
You let him go now or else.
Right. This coming from the Miami Herald. Headline reads, jail gets fax ordering inmates release from his girlfriend, Mississippi cops say. A Mississippi woman is behind bars after police accused her of faxing fake documents to get her boyfriend out of jail. Stephanie House of Tupelo was arrested and charged with forgery on Thursday after authorities said she sent fake sentencing documents ordering her boyfriend's release, according to the Daily Journal, citing the Lee County Sheriff's Department. Officials at the Lee County Adult Jail received a fax on January 11th, supposedly from Lee County Justice Court. Jail staff immediately noticed irregularities.
Of course, they're in jail.
And it was like written in child writing. It wasn't typed.
Honey, write this down for me while I make your Kraft macaroni.
Right. Sammy, when you do your homework sentences, can you write these?
Yeah. Don't make it obvious.
The jail staff immediately noticed irregularities with the request and contacted the court to confirm its validity. Can you imagine the judge looking at it and saying, it's in cray paper. It's not a thing. It's on poster board. Stop it.
It's not even like a memo.
Right.
By the way, what exactly is adult jail?
As opposed to juvenile jail.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something to go along with maybe the guy had baby syndrome or something.
No, they probably have two centers with the same name, one adult and one juvenile.
Okay. I didn't know they distinct. I've heard of juvie, but I never heard anything called you're going to adult jail.
You're going to big boy jail.
You're going to put on your big boy pants, and we got some special soap for you.
The sheriff's office stepped in. The sheriff's office stepped in to investigate after the court said it hadn't sent the request. After some more digging, investigators discovered a fax number used to send the document belonged to Lee County Circuit Court. But the number had been spoofed, according to investigators, and the fax hadn't been sent from the circuit court either.
So she is smarter than we're giving her credit for.
Well, she spoofed
a number. She just messed up on the crayon part.
Right. She didn't type it. She hand wrote it not in her dominant hand either, so it would throw off the scent of the investigators. Police later identified the suspect as House, who authorities said was dating a man already in custody at the jail. She remained in jail as of Monday, January 24th, and is also charged with credit card fraud and possession of drug paraphernalia. No shit.
Oh, yeah. It always boils down to that, doesn't it?
Always. And I can pretty much guess the drug paraphernalia was methamphetamine.
Yeah. Or bath salts.
That would only be Florida.
Yeah, right. Mississippi was south. I don't know. Anyway.
Mississippi is west of Florida.
Yeah. But it's still south of me.
It's in the south, yes, but it's west of Florida.
South of me. Anyway, everything's south of me, except for Jason Scott, who thinks he's in southern Ontario. But I
love this conversation going on between you and Scott. The geography hate that's going on between you two in who's north and who's south in Ontario.
Okay, listen, I will bring a map up of Ontario next week, and I will address this. And if Jason Scott has the balls to get out of that donut shop or drive through wherever the hell he is right now and get in chat, we can address this little scandal. But anyway, back to the fucking crackhead making the fax from a spoof number. She does get one rotten tomato for that one.
Yes, she can spoof a number, but can't spoof an actual court document.
Right.
So
yeah, you think it started at the beginning, not at the end.
You would think you would try to get the document as best as possible and hope it passes. And if you do it from like your home number, you would hope they wouldn't investigate instead of the other way around saying, I'm going to get it, from the leak. I'm going to spoof this number, but I'm going to send it on fucking loose leaf paper.
Or you're going to get look, you've seen all the posters and funny things we made. You can find a lot of shit on Google, let alone the dark web, which I've never ventured, by the way. Similar to how I haven't raped, I have never done the dark web. I want to make that as my new statement of 2022. I have never done the dark web. Short side with a good one here. Meth whore faxes scrawls of freedom.
I have written that down for a show note. Way too long for a show name.
Should that be scrolls?
Scrolls. No, scroll is like fucking a thing that old pirates would have a scroll and they would read off of. Santa has a scroll of the naughty and nice list.
Right. Would this young lady end up on the naughty or the nice list?
She would end up on the dumb list.
Yeah. You're disqualified. I can't make a decision on that. You are disqualified simply on your mental capacity.
Yes.
And you're going to get not coal nor a present. You will get a orange.
Right.
He's saying scroll. See, he meant scroll. I knew it. It wasn't a scroll.
I say scroll.
Oh, I see. I got it.
Scribbles. Okay. Well, without Stu, we're not getting as much English education as we used to get.
Well, that's why Short Side's here. He has to fill in with our proper English translations.
He is our England correspondent, England international correspondent. Whether you will ever come on the show, Short Side, we still have a title for you because you're very important. You are our English international correspondent
There you go.
Do we need this still?
No, that was it. That was the end of the story.
Okay, that was like crazy. All right, next one. They keep getting better, folks. Trust me. Oh yeah. This one's kind of fun. This guy must be an immigrant to Kentucky. I don't think he's really from Kentucky.
Well, look at him. He might be.
Isn't that a nice-looking, innocent guy?
And this is the state I want to move to, ladies and gentlemen, so listen up.
Oh, here we go. Well, would he be, if he's guilty of this next story, would he go to adult jail?
Yes, he would go to adult jail.
I just wanted to clarify. All right, go ahead.
This coming from WLKY from Franklin County, Kentucky. Headline reads, Kentucky man accused of stealing 100 pairs of women's underwear from multiple homes.
Excellent.
An arrest has been made in what appears to be a serial and criminal panty raid. John,
don't they do those in like college where you go and read the?
That was like in those cheap 80s movies that you would go on the panty raids in the dorms and all of this.
Whoever would get the most panties or something like that. So
right. And in the movies, the girls would be like, that's so funny. And they'd show their tits. And then,
exactly. The good old days.
Right.
Yeah.
John Hawkins of Harrodsburg is facing numerous charges, accused of going to several women's homes and stealing nothing but their underwear. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office posted about the arrest on Facebook. They called it a lengthy investigation. Apparently, a mobile home park in Frankfort was the target location over the summer of 2021.
So not an ideal dorm by any means.
No.
No.
A trailer park, which is where you would think John Hawkins, by looking at him, would live.
Would go. And I got to say, I'm thinking those some stinky panties.
In the trailer park, yes.
Yeah. Just surmising. They might be, washed and hung to dry. I don't know, but
yes, they're hung out on a line like it's 1865. They're in the trailer park. They don't have dryers, so it's hung out on the line.
Just an observation of the picture. Fuck me. Look at the size of the neck on that fucker. He's been eating the panties.
And the next one, he asks if it's Henry Rollins' brother. Oh wait!
Okay, I'm hearing noises again. Are they in there with you? Do you have like onion paper walls?
Yeah, they're very thin.
Hey, I'm gonna stop and see my blue one over here too. I'm check. I got his number, but I can not see him.
God, I wish we could like. Scotty, we got to get you one of those microphones with like the dome around it.
Yeah, right.
What's happening, Scotty? You're at ground zero. We interrupt this story.
Yeah, that was it.
I think they went into their room. I heard the door.
Someone had a fever.
The guy next to me, he's been hacking and coughing for the last couple of days, but he slept most of the day, so hopefully he's feeling better.
Okay, we hope so. All dudes, so no fun yet.
Short size upset that it's all guys that we're hearing. Back to the story. They said Hawkins is accused of breaking into multiple homes and removing only women's underwear. When police went to his home, they recovered about 100 pairs of underwear and bras believed to have come from that mobile home park. He is now charged with 7 counts of burglary. I don't get where they find 7 counts of burglary.
And if it's all one park, would it not be 1 count?
Maybe it's 7 different places they think he broke in. If you break into like multiple homes, that's each individual count of burglary. So if he broke into 7 different mobile homes, that would be 7 counts of burglary.
So he was passionate about his panties.
People are passionate about different things. Everybody's got to have a hobby. He likes women's underwear.
Good old John Hawkins. Isn't that the guy from Terminator? Wasn't it John Hawkins?
No.
Okay. John something.
Well, they were Sarah Connor.
John Connor. That's it.
John Connor, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was John Hawkins. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. A little Hollywood faux pas.
And that's it for that. I have to. Oh, here it is. Okay.
So, good old John Hawkins. There are actually people in the world, and this was, again, not from like some weird site. This was a WRGK or something in Kentucky.
The WLKY. So it's like a news station in Kentucky.
The poor people were being terrorized by John Hawkins.
Yes.
There he is.
And we don't know if he's looking at me or he's looking at the person next to me. We can't tell.
He's one of those special people.
Uh-oh.
Did you ever, in any of your years, Scotty, go on a panty raid?
No.
No. We should challenge him to do that in the house there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, you could raid it out of the washer and the dryer or something like that.
I have a washer and dryer.
There's no washer and dryer.
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Next story on the docket, ladies and gentlemen. We've all heard of OnlyFans. This one should be a good one. Add some sexy to the show.
And I have a tidbit after I read the story about something similar.
Okay, good. We love those. That brings the stories to life.
This coming from a local newspaper here in New York, the New York Post. Headline reads, cop paid $30,000 to leave the force after colleagues discover OnlyFans account.
Nice.
A former Colorado police lieutenant has claimed she was forced to quit her gig after her colleagues discovered that she had a secret OnlyFans account. I was in shock and panicking because I never wanted these two parts of my life to collide. Melissa Williams told the Jam Press of her resignation, in which she reportedly received a $30,000 severance package to leave the force. The ex-cop, reportedly a 28-year police veteran whose LinkedIn profile lists her as retired from the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office after more than 11 years there, had apparently started moonlighting on the porn platform in May 2020 as a means of spicing up her sex life with her husband and also decompressing from her difficult and dangerous job.
So it was therapy to her.
When you see, when you get into multiple shootouts, what's the first thing you want to do? Get naked on camera.
And bang.
There you go.
Not bang as in gun.
No, bang as in fuck.
Bang as in screw fuck.
There you go. My personal sex life was entirely separate and never affected my ability to do my job, said the cop turned skin flick star, who felt like my bosses were policing my bedroom. Hold while I write things down.
Well, yeah, because I'll comment while you're writing things down. I mean, we kind of try to lay low too, and the majority of people don't know what I do as a Friday night gig at my regular job, but I'm still putting it out there and could be risking that. DK, you do a live stream radio show every week, and we're going to fire you because you don't hold our values.
Very true.
But OnlyFans, and I'll tell you from experience, and fuck, that was stupid. Not from experience of signing up to these things.
Hold on, everybody look up DK on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I am not a OnlyFans star, nor am I an OnlyFans customer. So add to my list of I have never subscribed to an OnlyFans. However, I do notice, because I am the social media manager of the show, that TikTok and Instagram, a lot of these short videos, and look, I'm guilty. I'm trying to get people to click on cavecrewradio.com to watch and subscribe to the show. So that's my underlying reason for using those sites. But quite often they say, as they're prodding around in their underwear or a negligee or a bikini, be sure to check out my OF. And ladies and gentlemen, that is OnlyFans.
Right.
Shorts, I already pictures what you're doing. He says DK sprawled over that certain car. He wants to know what it was. We all know it was the Ford Probe. There he is.
If you want to see everything, subscribe to my OnlyFans. 30% off for the first 30 subscribers.
Use the promo code DK.
As in dick. You'll get it hard.
Oh my God, he's thought about this.
Oh no, I haven't. Much past my prime. Maybe 2015 when we started this, I might have been moderately on the edge to be a male MILF or cougar, but my days are long gone of OnlyFans. Trust me.
When he was the manager at Tim Hortons sporting that Ford Probe, he would have been all over it if there was an OnlyFans back then.
The only thing in my future, ladies and gentlemen, is being the reader of an X-rated audiobook. That's about as far as I can go. You will not see a DK OnlyFans. That I guarantee you. I don't think I could give it away, let alone make money out of it.
Known by the alias Lexi Bella on OnlyFans, Williams predominantly shared saucy snaps of herself and her husband, who has opted to remain anonymous for privacy reasons. Let me read that again.
Yes, please.
Her husband has opted to remain anonymous for privacy reasons. He's fucking on OnlyFans.
I got you.
But now he wants privacy.
Yeah.
But now he wants to
Why are you watching me fuck my wife? Who gave you permission to do so? I feel like Pamela Anderson. I am violated for sucking that 15-inch cock on that yacht.
Anybody who wants to go through like 3 clicks can figure out who her husband is.
Yes,
but he wants to remain anonymous when he was fucking on camera.
Right. I was not a willing victim. She was not supposed to show my face.
Right. Were they going to put like the blue dot over the face?
We've all watched those porns before.
Have we? Really?
Well, if someone knows her, they know her husband, so it's not going to make it doesn't make any sense.
Well, in the story, they have her handle on OnlyFans. They have her real name. All you got to do is look up a Facebook profile. 3 clicks later, you see who her husband is.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's complicated.
It's complicated, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of the material my husband and I shared, he wants to remain private, remember, is stuff we've taken in our private sex life over the years.
Yeah.
And they put it out over the internet for millions of people to see. I was working.
Is it, honey? That's not a. No, that's not a camera. Oh, good. I want to remain anonymous.
Right. I was working up to 60 hours, 60-hour weeks. So mostly my husband ran the page and shared my pictures, and then sometimes we'd have fun dressing me up and taking photos.
Oh, you're really anonymous.
The self-proclaimed MILF and wife next door added, it was a fun way to relax and be creative together after a stressful week in a stressful job. Williams had been making a good side living on OnlyFans for about 18 months when in August 2021, the cop's boss supposedly received an anonymous tip about her salacious side hustle.
Right, because you got to remember they're all cops, right?
Okay, let me translate, though.
Did the cop that ratted her out call Crime Stoppers?
I want to translate that statement.
All right, go ahead.
When in August 2021, the cop's boss supposedly received an anonymous tip. In other words, he was on OnlyFans searching cop women profiles and came across his employee.
Yes. Did he download any of those videos?
I'm sure he did and jerked off.
52
times.
Oh, yeah.
The
Stalenko lying in his bed doing Work.
The
door closed. So Mrs. Stalenko's outside, right? Well, why is the door in the bedroom? I'm doing some work.
There's a big investigation that I have to do.
There's a cold case that's getting really hot right now.
Some of these cases are really, really hard.
There you go. That's the one.
I'm trying to crack it.
The aghast officer claimed that he subsequently received an official complaint via email, whereupon she allegedly discovered that her colleagues had been gossiping about her extracurricular activities, with some even signing up for her page.
Oh, well, now does that make you an accomplice? I'm no lawyer.
That just makes you horny.
Okay.
Yeah.
The complaint came totally out of the blue, said the horrified officer. Of course, because you didn't hear anything, you discovered it on your own.
Right. Sedanko.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I was angry and embarrassed because the notice went on to say how 5 colleagues of mine, all in lower and higher ranks than me, had obtained access to my paid account to access my private content so they could investigate my conduct.
Read short side.
What does he say? Sorry, last thing I heard was came across his employee. Quite literally, across.
Sherlock Holmes, my friend.
Shortside picks up on some of the greatest things.
Elementary, dear Shortside. Elementary.
Williams told Jam Press that she felt as if her fellow officers weren't seeking justice, but rather simply wanted to see her naked. No shit.
That's why they subscribed.
You put your tits and ass out there. You show your asshole for $5. Everybody's going to want to see it.
Right.
Especially as the alleged investigation, the lieutenant's saucy snaps, were allegedly shared widely around the office. What did you think was going to happen?
Would she have a countersuit for bullying in today's?
No, probably not, because it doesn't seem like she was bullied at all. She was officially investigated. She may have a privacy lawsuit because this is after hours. I don't know what kind of conduct policies they have in that precinct.
Right. This would be interesting. Okay.
I didn't consider my OnlyFans page to be a work matter, she said. However, rampant slut shaming apparently began to take a serious mental toll on Williams, who on August 23rd, 2021, reportedly had a doctor sign off on 12 months leave with the recommendation that she leave her job for good. Williams obliged, whereupon the local force and her attorney allegedly put together a $30,000 severance package. Look at this picture, by the way.
I just want to say to Shortside, I did write it down, so I'm counting on your vote. I did write it down. Let's go to the. Hang on.
Oh, you want to see it?
Let me go back over.
I don't know if we can get it clear because of the lighting.
Man, give me a second. We got like 48 cameras. Kind of, you see like a silhouette there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get it because of. There you go.
Oh, geez, yeah. She's got some hunks.
Right. So this is what she's flaunting on fucking OnlyFans, and of course, people are going to want to see her fucking tits.
Right. I would love to. Do you have her OnlyFans account?
It says it here.
I've never done OnlyFans, and I will say that every week. But I'm interested.
It is Lexi Bella. The account is at _real_Bella_Lexi.
So listen, I'm wondering something here. So you're let go from the fire department. I'm sure it's a good 6-figure job. I don't know what police officers make in New York, but here you are. Now you've got, us as a podcast, as a radio show, as a video show, we're starving for free advertising. Like, if she cancels that OnlyFans now, we're all interested in seeing what's there. She could make a mint now. Who cares about putting your life at risk? Get some new dildos and get to work.
Apparently she's still on OnlyFans. The story later goes on to say, while Williams said she's currently only earning about $4,000 a month on OnlyFans, she hopes her page will take off now that she can spend more time on it.
So I think she's going to have a bright future. I really do.
Well, let's do this caveat. However, in the future, she aspires to become a team leader or manager in security or corporate training.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you put the OnlyFans in your fucking resume.
Right. Now, I did say at the very beginning of the story that I had tidbits about this.
Yes. You have an OnlyFans story.
I have an OnlyFans cop story.
Okay.
Do you remember the show that we loved for quite a long time that the liberals decided to take off the air and cancel Live PD?
I so miss that show.
Oh, that show was awesome. We all loved Live PD, and we got intimate details of day-to-day lives and police officers.
Great. It was such a fun show.
It was great. One of the police officers from Texas, I think it was El Paso.
Right.
Her name was Andrea Zendejas.
Oh, you got it right at the tip of your tongue.
Oh, because this is interesting. She, after Live PD went off the air, she left the police force and created an OnlyFans account.
Okay.
And now she is on OnlyFans. She's promoting a lingerie business. She's trying to open up or create a lingerie business, but she's using OnlyFans as a way to fund it, and she shows her tits and ass on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans for her. I mean, for this young lady, the blonde, OnlyFans is an end game. There's no security teaching or whatever the fuck. But this other young lady from El Paso is using it as a stepping stone, almost like stripping to pay your way through college.
Right. That's exactly what she's doing. And when I read the story, I immediately thought of her, leaving the force, going to OnlyFans. She's opened up a different Twitter account, has her OnlyFans account, and shows her ass and tits online. So if anybody who's a fan of Live PD and knows who Andrea Zendejas is, look her up on OnlyFans. You'll see a side of her you never thought you'd ever see.
Is there any way we can become like an OnlyFans affiliate? Because like if we had like a link, we might get like a percentage if people sign up. You know, how other cleaner shows advertise GoDaddy and stuff like that. Like we could advertise OnlyFans. I'm going to look into that. I think we should become an OnlyFans affiliate.
I wouldn't mind that at all. They may need to see pictures of you laying across your Ford Probe.
No. It's when you're an affiliate marketer, you're promoting a product on the show. And if we, we'll just have this is our weekly OnlyFans person. Like there's not a person that listens other than maybe Amanda, my wife, that wouldn't want to see a broad in skimpy underwear or negligee. So even if they don't subscribe, they're getting the bonus of a nice picture during the show. It might bump Mike reads the news, but it's the price you pay for success.
Well, if you can get it done, more power to you. I would love that.
Anyway, we have one more story until we get to what I think is the biggest story of the week. If you were listening to us last week, ladies and gentlemen, this is funny, but also somewhat of a catastrophe. We tell you, don't do drugs.
This coming from the Daily Mail. Headline reads, Thai man completely amputates his own penis with scissors to get rid of painful erection during cannabis-fueled psychotic episode.
Painful erection.
A Thai man cut off his penis with a pair of scissors during a frightening cannabis-induced psychotic episode. The life-changing injury occurred after the unidentified 23-year-old smoked 2 grams of marijuana.
I hate to interrupt, but can anybody see Scotty is visualizing this. You should see the faces he's making on his camera. It's freaking golden. I know you're reading the story, but anybody out there, let's keep Scotty instead of the picture.
No.
So go ahead. Keep reading the story.
The life-changing injury occurred after the unidentified 23-year-old smoked 2 grams of marijuana, which is the equivalent of 6 joints, in 2 bong rips. Prior to his self-amputation, the man had quit using cannabis for 3 months after being a frequent user for 2 years. 2 hours after smoking the drug for the first time in months, he began to have a painful erection unrelated to any sexual stimulation, which can be a side effect of smoking cannabis.
A painful erection.
During his hallucination, the man grew...
I gotta state here. I did marijuana when I was younger. I did that wacky. It made me paranoid. As soon as I had it doesn't trip me the way it trips some people. I never had a painful erection, I mean, from marijuana. I ate a lot of Cocoa Puffs and chips, but I never had a painful erection.
I know a lot of people that smoke weed. Never once have I ever heard of them having painful erections.
Right.
But apparently this dude does. And who knows what's in the Thailand fucking weed.
Right. There's a new strain we need to market here.
Right.
While you're watching OnlyFans so you can get rid of the painful erection without cutting it off.
During his hallucination, the man grew paranoid that the head of his penis looked distorted while examining himself to identify the source of pain. In an attempt to eradicate the problem, the man decided to use a pair of scissors to trim the skin of his penis before amputating it completely, leaving a 2-centimeter stump and a 5-centimeter laceration in his scrotum.
Oh, Lord.
Hold while I write things down.
Can you just mention the part? It was what? What did he hallucinate? It was disfigured?
During his hallucination, the man grew paranoid that the head of his penis looked distorted.
Distorted?
While examining himself to identify the source of pain. Incredibly, after cutting his penis off with scissors...
There was no pain.
With scissors, ladies and gentlemen.
What a great prop. You just happen to have them there.
Like he's wrapping Christmas presents and cutting the extra paper off.
Hopefully nothing during this show gets distorted with Big B.
Incredibly, the man waited 2 hours before seeking attention from the medics at a hospital in the city of Chiang Mai after the bleeding failed to stop.
Yeah.
Doctors briefly considered reattaching the man's penis, but it was found to be too fragile and contaminated with ants. Why was it had ants on it?
How do you get hit? Ants in your pants.
Well, that's where that's where it comes from then. Ants in your pants.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's all coming together now, ladies and gentlemen.
It was contaminated with ants.
Yeah.
Well, there's your pain right there.
Oh, well, no, it was off. That wasn't pain. He was already off. It was lying next to it. It was on a plate next to his fucking Franks and beans. It was Frank's beans and penis. And the penis had ants on it.
Ew.
It was right beside his Franks and beans.
And the psychosis was so intense, he experienced visual and auditory hallucinations for about 2 weeks during his recovery. The harrowing tale was revealed in a medical case report by the doctors who treated him. It comes just weeks after Thailand effectively decriminalized cannabis.
Wonder if it's going to be legal or illegal again.
I want to know where the ants came from.
Maybe he lives in a hut and he just kind of tossed it on the ground thinking, oh, I've got rid of the distorted monster, and then he finally, you know, oh, how it is after you kind of come down a little bit. You're a little burnt out, but you look on the ground. And I'm bleeding. Maybe this is something, and carries it into Dr. Wu at whatever hospital you called it. And at that point, the ants found it very attractive.
Well, I don't know how observant anybody else is, but I've seen ants, you know, in a colony when they carry like a stick or a little tiny crumb of food, and they carry it over to their nest. Were they trying to carry the full penis over?
The distorted penis. The ants go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah.
Hurrah.
Oh, fuck me. There's no ants in hospitals, Short Size says. Maybe in Thailand there is.
At no point, that was like the twist that comes out of nowhere. At no point during this story was ants mentioned at all until they tried to reattach it and it was covered.
I can see you left that till the end because that was like and I haven't had a chance to play this tonight. So that was truly. And then I could see the nurse. You're all gonna have great dreams tonight. You're all gonna go to the washroom in the dark and see that you have ants all over your penis or your cooter, whatever you wear.
Good times.
Oh, that was a good one. And see, this is why I know, like you sometimes you say, don't do that story. There's nothing to it. But sometimes these stories evolve on their own.
Yeah.
Oh no, but the stories that I say don't do it. There is nothing of value in that story. It's basically a fact-driven story.
Nothing.
That this happened and then this happened and this happened. That's the end of the story. There's nothing off kilter about it or anything.
We're like boxers. We just look for the opening.
Right. Yeah. Right. And some of those stories there is no opening. Like the one that won the lotto ticket by checking the spam email. There was absolutely nothing to that story where they didn't realize it. They checked the spam email for another email and realized they won. Okay. There was nothing else to it.
Nothing there.
Nothing.
And that's why you are the senior correspondent of the news department. But now, ladies and gentlemen, to close this baby out, it is time for...
It's time for Big B's Big Bang Story of the Week.
Now, if you were listening last week, there was a demonstration of an apparatus that was going to be used during a snowstorm. Do we begin with your real life story or the story itself? You're the anchor.
No, we'll do the story itself, and then we'll go into mine.
And then we will relate this to Big B's real life story.
Right.
So here is our main story of the week.
This on yahoo.com by way of the Miami Herald. Headline reads, homeowner using flamethrower to melt snow sets house ablaze. A Connecticut homeowner accidentally set their house ablaze while trying to thaw their property with a flamethrower, according to fire officials in the town of Seymour. Firefighters responded to the scene of a house fire at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, January 29th. On the way, dispatch learned that the owner had been using a flamethrower to melt ice and snow and accidentally ignited the side of the home. An exterior wall was in flames when firefighters arrived, but was quickly extinguished, and the home was saved. We do not recommend the use of flamethrowers or any similar devices as an attempt to melt ice. Seymour is about 8 miles northwest of New Haven. While flamethrowers can be dangerous, they are sometimes used by farmers and ranchers for land management and by firefighters performing controlled burns. They are legal to own, though some states, such as California, has barriers to ownership. And that's that story.
All right. So let me preface the next portion of the story. So when someone mentions a flamethrower, you're expecting, we've all watched science fiction movies and action movies and like these flamethrowers. And I've even seen a few videos on YouTube and whatnot where they have real jetpack flamethrowers cleaning the snow in their driveway.
Mm-hmm.
So a few months ago on his birthday, Big B received a flamethrower. You don't have it handy, do you, Big B? Okay, it is no longer handy. But he said, I have got this flamethrower to remove snow from my porch and driveway. So again, the anticipation here in Cave Crew Radio was take a video. You've got 2 feet of snow coming in Queens, New York. We want to see this. You're so proud of this birthday present. This is going to be a spectacle. We immediately made Mrs. B an admin of the Facebook group so we could mention flamethrower. Most of us think of Vietnam films or big beef barbecues. Yes, exactly. So Mrs. B became a admin on the Cave Crew Radio group. So if you are not a member, shameless pick here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not a member, if you're not of the 1,000 plus that are on the Facebook group, Cave Crew Radio, very easy to find. You're missing so much entertainment besides the show during the week. So I'm going to bring up a video here, and this is the actual video, and we'll get Big B's explanation after this, of him with the flamethrower. And here we go. Here is now it looks impressive. It looks impressive. He's out in the snow. Here is the flamethrower from Big B. He couldn't light a fucking candle.
This is what I showed you last night. It's now on fire. You're going to start removing snow with the flamethrower. I'm sure DK is going to tell you something wrong. But this is removing the snow with the flamethrower. Based upon his instructions to move back and forth. So it's not.
Okay, so without putting you through the whole thing, it sounded impressive. The only thing you're going to get is a sore back from that.
And I was expecting more as well. I honestly was, because remember what I said. I only tested it very briefly to make sure I had the connections correctly when I first got it. I didn't really look at it, and I put it away. I was waiting for snow, because otherwise I really have no use for it. So the snow came, and we were all very excited. And we had about 10 inches of snow at that time. And that's when, I told my wife to come out. We're going to go live. And I was expecting a lot bigger as well. And I read all your comments on the video, and I had everything turned up. I had everything turned up on the flamethrower and on the propane tank. And that's what I got. Now, if you saw in the video, you saw a flame coming out of the back of it. Yes. I honestly think I had a leak somewhere in the flamethrower, because if you watch it before I started actually melting some of the ice, while the flame was on it, there was a flame out the back of it, and the back is fairly solid. So I think I had a leak somewhere.
Let's see if we can.
This is removing the
see, like right there, it's coming out, but you also see in the behind the nozzle. there's a little bit of a flame. And then while I was doing this, I could still hear the gas. Like you hear the jet kind of the flame.
It sounds like it's going to come out with an immense force.
Right. But I can hear the gas coming out of it too. So I honestly think there's a leak somewhere.
All right. So will you return it? Will you try to get another one?
Short side it says, yep, loose fitting, getting blowback. He saw it too. So what I'm going to try to do, maybe over the weekend or, within the coming weeks, I'm going to try to go through it, do what you said while I'm outside, do a soap test and see, as it's running, if I get bubbles somewhere else in the line.
Right. I did recommend the soap test because we used one of those. Now, remember, I was draining a 30,000 US gallon tank, which was pretty much empty, but there's still a lot of residue in there because we had to burn off the underground pipes before we could cap them. With all the renovations we had going on at the plant. And that fucking thing, it was shooting about 5 feet. I'll try and bring it home and show you the one I got. It's very similar to the one you got. And it was like burning the grass. It was like hot. Like I could feel the heat off this thing just standing around it.
Yeah, and that's what I was expecting on, what I did, the one I have. But obviously that didn't happen. Although, it did. And I sat there after the video. I sat there and I did a nice patch of. I melted a nice patch of ice, and it stayed melted. It works. It's just it doesn't work the way I thought it was going to work.
Right, a snowblower would be much more effective.
Right.
Let's be honest. Truth be told, when you brought this to us. And the original story came to air. It was still warm weather. Mm-hmm. You were going to devour Mother Winter.
I couldn't wait.
You were going to fuck snow up like no tomorrow.
Right. I absolutely couldn't wait. I didn't need a shovel anymore. I was going to burn the snow away. And obviously it didn't work to that capacity, but I am going to try to figure out where something is loose, and maybe in the next snowstorm we have a better result.
And then, of course, make sure you have fuel in your propane tank.
Yeah, because that's from my grill, so it wasn't a full propane tank either.
So a few things to work on. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think was it Jane from Mumbai? I don't even remember. Yeah, speak to Jane. She'll sort it out for you.
I'll get 9 of them for free.
Yeah. But if you remember the audacity and the confidence that he introduced this thing with in the warmer weather, I thought there would be no snowbank left standing. It would instantly be a Shangri-La, and palm trees would grow from his front lawn. He was declaring such. So if you see my minor victory in this, is that I was expecting just a little more than that.
So was I. I can't dispute that. I was expecting more as well. Obviously, it didn't happen. Hopefully, we'll get a better result in the next snowstorm.
Right. I want to see. I think I'll try and remember to at least get a picture or bring that home and show you. And I'm pretty sure it's almost the exact same thing, and it can throw a 4-foot flame with the proper amount of pressure. And so, anyway. That's all we had for you folks. So a lot of great stuff tonight. Short side's been a lot of fun in there. This is the time of the show where we do need to name things. I do have a few things jotted down. Scotty, do you have anything like that something that sounded like something was good? Or
I have a few that were from, or I have a couple from the beginning of the show, and then
You
I
actually have them. Hang on. I'm ready.
Yellow Phlegm Flu.
Yeah, yellow phlegm flu.
And Gobsnot.
And Gobsnot. Okay, so you're kind of similar to me. From the beginning of the show, I also had written down yellow phlegm flu. But I think, maybe I didn't write. I thought I wrote it down. I didn't write it down. But yeah, there was something Gobsnot that was pretty good. I also had written down, most of these are more show notes. I don't know if this is a show note or a show name, but this is still my ultimate favorite. It was contaminated with ants.
I like that one.
Yeah, I also liked it would throw off the scent. I'm sure that was about the panties. I also liked when Mike Jolitz, he always gives me one or two. She queefed outside. But one I think can be a show name was Rampant Slut Shaming. Rampant Slut Shaming. I will put that one forward. Scotty, how many do you think Big B has? This is something I do every week.
I'm going to go with 5.
Scotty says 5. I think because he was pretty busy, I'm going to up you 1. I'm going to go 6.
And the winner is Scotty and Chair.
Oh.
I have 5. 2 of them are for sure show notes. So I will give you those first.
Okay.
First off, from our friend Short Sai, Meth Whore faxes scrolls of freedom.
Okay, wait a minute. Meth
Whore faxes scrolls of freedom.
Got it.
Next one for show note. My bosses were policing my bedroom.
Okay.
I also had Gobsnot. I don't know where he went.
That was good.
So very, very early on when we were talking about the yellow phlegm flu, it was Gobsnot.
Yeah.
I have no orgies tonight.
All right.
But in my list, my favorite from the amputation penis story, a 2-centimeter stump.
So, yeah, I think what it boils down to here is a 2-centimeter stump, or I know I had Short Sai on my side earlier with this. I don't know who said it. Rampant slut shaming. Can't remember. It was contaminated with ants will be a show note guaranteed. A Short Sai said.
I like that one. I remember too. That one.
I gotta share this one. Sorry. Yeah. He says rampant slut shaming. But he also liked when I said get some new dildos and get to work.
Yep.
That would be a wonderful show note for sure.
Absolutely.
I'll have to write that down then. Scotty, Big B, what do you say?
Scotty?
We're going with, let's do the 2-centimeter one.
Okay, Big B.
Ooh. He went in the opposite direction I thought he was going to go.
I thought about Gobsnot, and then I thought,
I do like that as well. I like the stump. I mean, it would be an interesting show. No, we've been talking a lot about asses and ejaculating in the past few episodes.
But
you, Big B,
I thought he was going to go with rampant slut shaming, and I was going to agree. I would go with rampant slut shaming.
All right. So rampant slut shaming it is. A 2 centimeter stump and all the other ones. I'll try to fit in as much as I can. Twitter only allows 142 characters, but I'll make it work. Rampant slut shaming. Is the name. I don't even remember who said it or when. I think you said it when you were reading the story.
I think that was the OnlyFans.
Yeah, it was It was in the article.
But Shorts, I immediately jumped out at him, and it jumped out at me as well. But yellow phlegm flu, all these things, we got to find room in the show notes. My other favorite part, by the way, folks, was Scotty's face during the entire penis amputee story.
I do have an announcement.
Really affected you.
Yeah, it was bothering me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't find it attractive at all, but it didn't really make me squirm. Maybe I've built up callus throughout the years. But anyway, great show, ladies and gentlemen. I guess next week is kind of our Valentine's special. Not that we're romantic, but maybe we'll get some stories based around that stuff. And then, of course, the following week is the big Believe It or What. But great having you here, and we will see you soon. Say goodbye, Scotty.
I have an announcement real quick. I'm getting a bed.
Oh.
What?
Hey, breaking news.
Breaking news. I'm getting a bed.
A real bed.
A real bed.
The only question I have before we go off the air is, are you not running out of space?
No.
No. Okay.
No, because the bed of mine is foldable. I can go ahead and stick it behind the recliner and everything will be fine.
All right, there you go. Never a dull moment. We can't wait till all this actually comes true. All right, Big B, I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
If you get ice, maybe you get the flamethrower out there again.
We'll see. We'll see what happens overnight.
All right.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here! Go! Just go! Get out! Get the hell out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up!
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first.